Hey guys, here. Today we're going to go through the most meta offensive ebook. It's going to be free, obviously, here on YouTube since you're watching it right now. I have a members section where I'll be doing other ebooks for other teams and stuff. Like I said, this is Alabama. Now, I think Alabama's the most meta right now because of, like, you know, the online head-to-head. A lot of people are using Alabama. So I'm going to go ahead and give a scheme here in this book. But, like, for members, we're going to go through, like, you know, Oregon, San Diego State, who I've used, multiple, a lot of different things. Out there. And so become a member of the channel. Those will hit members. You can also ask me, hey, can you make a scheme of blank book? And I can do that for you. So, okay, so Alabama. What is good in it? Obviously the quarterback, but as far as sets, okay? And like a lot of people don't know, becoming member, right? I guess I gotta sell myself more before getting a trips tight end. Is like last year, the only, I think, offensive set that won a Madden championship was trips tight end, Buffalo trips tight end. Now, I put a Buffalo trips tight end like a month and a half before it won a tournament. So it's important, right? Also, like the bench press bottleneck meta, we were ahead of it also. So please become a member. It's very important if you want to be good in this game. Now, obviously, Alabama's got some great sets, and I'm going to talk through what's good in it. So I'm going to go set by set here. First of all, about what you'll see a lot, what you use a lot. Trio halfback weak's good, trips tight end's good. So a lot of times where you can flood sides of the field are pretty powerful in the game. In Madden, spread sets, kind of balance sets, aren't traditionally very good. This year, you know, offense is pretty good. You can make it work, especially with like jet sweeps being really good and stuff. Bunch tight end's a good set, but overall you kind of want to stay consistent. Bunch quads offset looks awesome. I'm not sure it is because you lose a receiver on the field at that. F twins over, slot right over, spread. So some of these, they're okay. But really on Alabama, now splits twin offset, we'll go through that. So we did like a little overview of what we're going to go through. Let's actually go through it. I really like swing screens. Really good player, like 1% of 1%. We'll be able to switch stick over there on the swing screens. But like, for example, RPO alert swing is a great base to set your offense around. Let's go against just like cover 3. When we go like this right here, you can hand it off or swing screen it, and you kind of attack the sidelines with this. Obviously, you can make a move. Watch my jukes and spins video to learn how to do that. But it's a really good way, especially if they're stacking the box. It's like a 6-1 or like a really condensed set. Just being able to like throw it around, or obviously, you know, hand that off and then get positive yardage. Really make them respect the sideline. It's very important, especially with how wide the sideline is in this game, right? Much bigger than the professionals. This is college football. So you can really kind of get out there with it. Now, I really like the strength of my sets going to the far side of the field. Now, off of that, obviously things you can do are like pass plays to swing it. So like you can have the user obviously chasing to the sideline, then boom, you'll have other routes down. What I really like in hot routes alone, the Texas route for your halfback is incredible. Corner route, really good too out of halfback. Halfback wheel against man coverage is a little one-play touchdown. A lot of good stuff. Triple options not bad as like a check down thing. I don't mind. You know, obviously pass blocking is important for blitzes. Block and release is actually pretty decent as far as if you suspect the blitz but aren't sure. Maybe you don't have a quarterback that has like that blitz identification thing. Then block and release. Your running back can maybe block a guy if they're sending 6. Otherwise, he'll just release out in the flat as a check down if you need it late in the thing or whatever. Play. Okay. So, anyways. So what I like to do is set up this play off of this, something like this. So now I got a crosser, like a high-low concept over the middle. High-low concepts, flood concepts to the sideline is what you're going to be using. You'll see mostly zone coverage online, although you will see some guys running man. We'll talk about man beaters in a second. This Texas route from the running back right here, great man beater. All right, so here it is. They might be chasing the running back, and then like you'll obviously go to circle right there, a triangle. So that's kind of what we're looking to. Like if they're chasing to the edge on this swing screen, like with their user, then obviously you can check back down to your running back here, rack it, get 10 to 15 yards, make a move or something. But otherwise, you know, against cover 3, it's really corner route and clear out routes is going to be a good chunk of like making your opponent respect corner route deeps. Make your opponent run either cloud flats back there to really get them back there, zone drops, that kind of stuff. So you got it. Like if you ever run against zone coverage, make them respect the streak corner route, okay? Because then they're going to start backing guys up, and guys, they'll have to have like that obviously over top guy, and they'll have another guy to take care of the corner route. But then guess what? You have a check down right here to the running back, and like 10, 15 yards without a player in front of them that you'll take advantage of. So that's kind of how you want to attack a lot of zone coverage in this game. It's just different levels of it. And obviously, defensive players can double Mabel, which means putting like, having that deep zone, then a mid zone, and then a really hard flat zone. And then we do that, they kind of take away that whole concept. Then we got to attack the middle of the field, which is why I like this play, because we're attacking the middle of the field too with the Texas route from your running back. So the post pattern Texas route also attacks a high load to the middle. Now, obviously, we're leaving the sideline right alone, but we can go with other concepts that way. So here is this play. Like, here's the middle of the field. See, we got X, triangle, that kind of stuff. Depending on where the user goes to, you're going to throw away from that, or wherever they're at, you can kind of. Now, a lot of people, like, there are some top-end players that have gotten good with the switch stick. Makes it a little bit less consistent than it was in Madden's past. But otherwise, speed option out of this set, incredible. We're not going to go through too many of the runs in this stuff, but this is a 6-play, there's like 9 plays here. Speed options. So when you're looking at options in this game, the best ones are speed options. A lot of the other options, not great, but speed options are glitchy, especially if you're good with that. And then it's just like, this is a touchdown, okay? Just outrun them all the way to the end zone. Speed option, if you ever see a speed option, you're going to add it to your playbook. It is really good. It's the thing about speed options is, like, it's so good, people have labbed against it, right? When a concept is really good, people have to lab against it and how to figure it out. Some people click onto the player. Some people have to know their whole scheme around the speed options. So, you can build schemes around it and taking advantage of the speed option, because they'll be heavy set that way. Their user will be that way to stop the speed option. A lot of people have started diving. People have gotten pretty better at it, and people will get better over time at defending speed option. But right now, very powerful, especially at the goal line, pitching that off. Okay. So the rest of these sets, they're okay. The one I want to get to is trips tight end. This is where you'll be spending a lot of times, because trips tight end, incredibly powerful in college football. Now, the best advice I can give you is, when in doubt, forward it out. Okay? You got something that can attack the seam, something that beats man coverage right here. That beats that kind of man coverage. This beats man coverage. Your running back is something you can either flare him out to the hat, put him in. Okay, we'll talk. When in doubt, forward it out. Otherwise, the incredible plays. PA slot corner, incredible. What's great about the hot routes they gave us here, a lot of these things in this book can be hot routed too. So I'm not gonna talk about bubbles, but you do have runs, but you do have the RPO alert on the far side over there. Really good run. Sadly, the RPOs this year are a little bit slower handoff than they have been in the past, so it's not as effective as a straight inside zone quick. Or they got quick base, incredible. So they got inside zone, which hands it off a lot faster than RPOs. But RPOs are really good for making your opponent have to respect the sidelines. They have to basically go to man coverage or get a guy over there on that RPO alert bubble. But inside, what's nice about this trips that end, it's got inside zone, which people gap shoot the defensively, different than you'll gap shoot quick base. Okay, so if your opponent's doing a really good job shooting the gap of your inside zone, switch to quick base. The blocking sets up different. You're going to get positive yardage where you weren't before. Unless, of course, you're holding down right trigger at the snap of the ball on a run. Then you'll just get insta sheds the whole time. All right, so as far as the pass concept out of this book, I kind of want to look at the hot audibles. Verts wide delay. I don't love these. PS lock corner's good. This one's all right, but yeah, I don't know. I would probably get rid of Vert's wide delay and just go to straight 4 verticals. The thing about 4 verticals from Vert's wide delay is you can audible to that tight end route from Vert's wide delay. PA shot wheel's incredible too. So I think what I want to come out in is, let's do PA shot wheel, although this orbit PA halfback wheel is pretty nice too. So PA shot wheel. Why is this really good? We'll go against zone again. We talked about man, wheel route's really good against man coverage, FYI. So what I like about this is if you streak Bernard, so this is if you need a long amount of yardage, you're going to either look to Prentice or Law, right? Because Bernard's going to be clear out. So a lot of users will go play the sideline if they see say Law right there, a circle, go up into the corner, right? They'll play that corner. But what's nice about this is, actually I kind of like to check down to the running back a little bit better. Circle goes up the field and he kind of gets in there into a sensitive area above the zones. Now sometimes in cover 3 or purple zones, that wheel route will get matched. But that's why if it gets matched, it generally gets matched if there's no other attack threatening that area. It will match up the sidelines with it. But because I have that running back there, it doesn't match, okay? So, anyways, it's still a clear out with basically a guy underneath. Generally, you want to pass lead that down and away. I didn't do a really great pass lead right there. But anyways, you are now basically doing a flood concept by a different name, right? 3 guys at different levels of the field. And then you have a streak with a deep crosser here. So these are like a deep attacking plays that you'll want to utilize to gain chunk yardage. Obviously, checking down every play is a really good scheme this year because of how good skill moves are. Like I said, check out that juke and spin move tutorial. It is insane what you can do and get yardage after catching the ball. But you can't live that way because people start calling hard flats, start crowding more the line of scrimmage. So you need these more downfield shots in order to get them. All right? So with that said, let's move on to verticals. Verticals are great. You can obviously do whatever you want with the running back. Like I said, send them out on a flat route. Where is the flat route here? Corner, wheel. Oh, here it is. Flat. I don't know why I always screw that. They changed it from last year in Madden. So Miller to the flat. So like this is a really good. You're attacking sidelines. You're attacking the seam right there on the left, sidelines right. Otherwise, running back in as a check down after you're watching the 4 verticals. Really depends like how you want your running back. Like I kind of think of like what portion of the field I want to attack and then where my eyes are going to easily check down to. So like I could put guys in conflict with the running back. Otherwise, you know, Texas. If I want to put the user in conflict on a high-low between Law and Miller there, the O and the R1, that's what I'll do at Texas route. So let's just watch this play out. So right now I have the seam, right? So always, if they give you the seam, take the seam. Take the seam, take the seam, take the seam. Make them respect the seam route out of trips tight end. Make them have to play that, okay? Very important. Okay, because that opens up basically the middle of the field to take advantage of between circle and then the running back route leaking out. So these are the passes. These are the holes you're going to want to hit against zone coverage, specifically cover 3. And then, like, surprisingly enough, the tight end is actually a decent route too on the sideline. It gets to a decent spot. Now, it's going to get picked right there, but I just waited long enough and I missed the throw. It is what it is. Crazy thing about corner routes this year, they are really good, especially if you stem them. So to stem my corner route, triangle X, which is the guy's button. Custom stem is L1, and then hold it down, and then move it down. Now it's like a short, quick out, which is very powerful. All right, short, quick outs, and okay, I just made a fool of myself. But that's really good. So I'm not gonna run again. Just have to take my word for that one. Another insanely powerful route that's hasn't been in Madden in like 10 years. Tight end slants. Do not let tight end slants get past you. Tight end slant right here. It's under there. It's under that level under that level of linebackers and over that level of purple. Right? There were no other routes to distract the purple zone. Right? So you can either immediately throw it if the user plays back on like this player right here. You can immediately throw this tight end route, right? Like right underneath. He you know, here's the thing. He is contacting defensive end, which does happen sometimes against 4 down sets. 3 down sets, you won't see that, but he does get a pretty wicked bump there. So I don't love this quick throw because it gets too close to that linebacker. But right here, if the user goes back, you have this wide open. But the great thing is, as a last chance look, the tight end's now beating this purple zone because it shouldn't be this purple zone. It really shouldn't. There's no other responsibilities for this guy to have on this whole side of the field other than this player, so he should be drifting back. But Madden and NCAA sometimes have broken logic. I know, crazy. So incredible trips tight end right there. Also other routes like tight end swirl seems like such an interesting like call. I'm not sure I love it, but like let's watch where the tight end gets into a sensitive spot. I mean, is it any better than just like a regular tight end route? Didn't really look like it. Maybe it's better on the wide side of the field. I'd say that might be get to a sensitive spot that a hook zone. The other one, PA slot corner. Now this one used to be insanely overpowered, but now you can just hot route to post and corners, and so it doesn't really matter as much. It's still a nice concept just to know, because now you have the corner route coming from circle, but also remember, the corner route can come from the inside guy too. So there's a lot of things you can do in this game. You go like double corner, and then like maybe route stem. The problem with the route stem is that it takes a while. Route stem them deeper. Now watch this. Now I got one guy I got two guys attacking. One super deep, one to the corner. So like this corner gets open because the other corner goes deeper. The deep third has to respect the deeper corner. So it's like the double corners concept from last year that took over a lot of the year. So now I have two guys going to the corner over there, and then I have my outside receiver that I can use in the check down if my corners somehow get like either matched or played outside. We can then go back to the check down. Either way, they're running cross each other. Tight ends over there, kind of distracting and widening out. I like receivers going to the sidelines because they widen out the defense and open stuff over the middle field. Like whereas like if this tight end on this play, say for example, this tight end went inside. Let's just go like a PA slot corner. The team ends up squeezing to the middle of the field, right? Those guys on the right side squeeze a little bit. So actually, they didn't squeeze there. Really? They usually squeeze. I mean, in my Madden history, they squeeze. So that spacing and stuff is stuff you need to like know and take advantage of. And if you're like having trouble with routes, one thing. Okay, hang on. Let me try. I want to show you one other thing off this. Let's go 4 verticals. Talking about the squeeze and everything against zones and stuff. So Dipri right there. The streak on the running back corner route to the tight end. So the tight end moves them out. You'll see this a lot. Yeah, a lot of good things happen. Running back out of the backfield, streaks and stuff. You can kind of fit that in there. Obviously, it could be usered, but against zones, it's pretty good. Another thing I really like, and one thing I really like, and there is a trip strong in this, so you can just run that one, is the running back wheel route behind a vertical clear route. It gets to a really good spot. Now, that one was not great separation because of the jam on the middle receiver. But stuff you could do here. Similar thing, if you're worried about that. Out route the middle receiver. Out route the middle receiver. Now you have a couple clear outs. Out route to widen out that purple. And now R1 is much more free. Alright? Much more free to catch the ball in a much more open spot than where you have to feather it in. So, another great one. But again, like I said, this is trips tight end. You probably want to pull a combo like that off whenever you switch over to trio halfback weak. So trio halfback weak, almost every single thing, the concepts that I talk about in tricks tight end are the same. So don't worry about that. Everything else, the flat route, corner route, in routes are really good. In routes are really good this year against man coverage. If you see it, this trio halfback weak has a speed option. So the runs are still decent. The RPO alert bubble is good. It's not as powerful as it was last year in Madden because the handoff is a lot slower, but the bubble's still good. And the RPO alert shock. Shock's great against cover 2 to get to that sensitive spot, that window between the cloud and the deep safety. So like the pass patterns in here, they're okay. If I had to choose one to really build off, I would probably choose either verticals or I like this PA cross sit play right here. So what I'd choose to do against that, say same cover 3, which you'll see mostly online, the running back wheel. I love that. Obviously, the running back hard flat, if you want to go that. Running back flat out there. So it's like a curl flat combo with Bernard on the square. Then you got a crosser. The tight end speed out is all right. It's not good against zone, but it is decent against man there. You really need a good athletic tight end. But overall, similar things you can run here. Like I said, this you probably won't be spending a lot of time in the set as it's not that incredible. You're in the same thing we just talked about. This guy actually matched them because you see how there was no clear out and the out route. So like, if your opponent has purples on the field, which this guy does, obviously it's the computer, it's covered 3 purples. You see how he jammed them and then stayed inside here? The out route is free. You can run a 10-yard out route. You can hot run it to the sticks. So this is like a 5 to 7 yard out route. You can throw that. That's free. Because when on this thing, when you see the jam happen, like when you see a set like this, you're like, oh, I'm suspecting cover 3. So you're basically watching the middle guy and the outside guy. And if the outside guy is here, backs up, you see the jam, throw the out. Throw the out, it's free. Okay? So you're really waiting. If you don't see him jam at the snap of the ball and he runs to the outside, that means he's in a hard flat, and that means you throw the wheel. Because there's going to be so much freedom here that 26 is going to have. Like this guy, if he's in a hard flat, it's going to be way out here. So that's kind of like the post-snap read you need to make against a lot of coverage. Obviously, if they're in cover 2, that changes things too. If they're in cover 2, like I said, that verticals against cover 2 will just win you down the sideline every time. All right? Verticals against cover 3, you won't be able to win on the sideline because there's a guy there unless you get lucky. So that's the trio halfback week. You can run some runs out of it. Like I said, they do have a nice speed option there. Bunch tight end. Bunch tight end, incredible. You'll see a lot of bunch online. I think it's the meta again this year. Bunch has been the meta in Madden every single year of my Madden life, except for Madden 20, where it was like under center, I form, which there's a lot of glitches. The stretch run in this game is incredibly well. The only thing downside about Alabama, sorry, I've rambled for a long time, over 20 minutes on this one. They don't have a lot of single back to run stretch out of. There is a wide zone here in this single back that you can run, but jet sweeps are really good, okay? So don't underrate jet sweeps. Goal line jet sweeps, make sure they're a part of your offense, okay? Jet sweeps are incredible. It's really good when jet sweeps are a part of the rest of your offense that you mix in. So if you do something like play type, it's a pass, but what would you consider? No, I wouldn't. So I really don't look through plays this way. Spacing, how would you consider the jet sweeps? Technically a pass. Okay, pass, here it is, quick pass. So I would almost have the jet touch pass. There's only 3 sets out of shotgun with it. I don't know if Alabama's the best book to utilize a shotgun jet pass, because you're kind of signaling you can do it if you're going to come out and gun normal Y off, but you have no other players that are gun normal Y off. So you can get away with it on the goal line one time, but the second time you bring it out on the goal line, they will know it's coming, which is a good time to switch it up and go to some of them speed options. All right, so with that said, gun bunch tight end. I think this will be the last set I do out of Alabama, so I hope this like mini scheme-ish, or it's a pretty deep scheme, I'd say, work out well for you. Oh, if you want to know how to throw one-play touchdowns, yeah, let's do one-play touchdowns. Does Alabama have a good one-play touchdown play? I'm sure they do. I wonder if I can get it off of the verticals, because you need a post pattern from the wide side of the field, and then let's try it out of, say, let's try, I don't know if I like the 4 verticals post. For a cover 2 beater, like I said, you attack deep middle, deep sidelines. Cover 3 beater, like Law's route looks okay. I'm not sure it will be though, right? Because you see how he goes back and plays it. So what you truly need here is a different sort of post, a more vertical attacking than post type of post. So something like the hot route post. All right. Now you can take this hot route post and you can stem it deeper. We'll see how this works. Okay, that didn't go deep enough. I fear these posts are not great against cover 3. We gotta find like a skinny post. Let's go there. Custom stem it. Let's custom stem it like right there. See if this works. Either comeback or corner routes. See how that got open? So you need to custom stem it deeper, and then you have a one-play touchdown. So basically you can hot route one-play touchdowns from just about any formation. Wow, nice tackle break. By hot routing and stemming out this deep post. And then you have the tight end corner distract this deep third. And then this post pattern gets over its head for a touchdown. So a pretty easy one-play touchdown against cover 3 out of trips tight end also. All right, so I want to teach you a few one plays. There's one. Very easy to find them in NCAA. That's kind of like you can do that, like I said. That's just a forever tip out of every set. So, bunch tight end. Make them respect your run game, almost always. So, inside zone, make sure you call it. Don't just get pass happy, all right? Bunch tight end, though, traditionally has been run a lot with like crossing patterns. This one doesn't really have a lot of crossing patterns, so it's going to be more traditional bunch. PA verticals, really decent play right there. I want to talk about, I mean, curl flat corner. It's just so classic, right? Now, the nice thing about this is, all right, say you got short side. Short side bunch. Just streak the outside guy. You attack that really well, all right? Really big W. Now, wide side. Wide side, this is why hash marks are so important. Similar thing, streak that guy. Now let's watch it. Let's block my running back. Let's watch how this plays out. See if I can't get enough time. So do you see how triangle there got matched by that outside third? I know I got sacked before it happened, but do you see watch number 1. So you see how he was wide open last play? Now if you throw that, you could probably complete this with a pass lead down, a swerve in front, but it's definitely not as easy because this deep third now was on the corner. So the clear out gets matched by the deep middle instead of the deep outside. So that's something that you'll have to recognize at a bunch, wide side versus short side, and how your concepts are affected by the spacing on the field. Which is why, once again, what I talked about on our trips, the double corner concept comes into a play. All right, so we just put a corner and we got another corner on the field. I think I want to like custom stem triangle one deeper, and then let's see our corner out now. See how it is. Man, that almost was a one play, wasn't it? Let me watch that again in replay. Because the guy ended up playing my corner, this shorter corner, pretty well. I wonder if when he transitions, let's try that again. Let's see if we can one play this. So corner out, right stick, left, triangle, custom stem, deeper. What if I do double deep? Okay, let's see this. Oh yeah. That gets spicy. I mean, I know it's a hard. I like the other one play better, but to be able to attack the field side with corner routes, I just need better pass. Yeah, that I don't know if I like that throw. I feel like with the same yard line, when I throw that, this guy is gonna get back to it. So maybe I don't like that as much. Maybe I need to custom stem him deeper, but just go with your traditional one plays. We'll try it one more time only. All right. Square, corner, triangle, custom stem. Let's go very deep. And then we'll streak circle. Double team the edge with our tight end blocking. We got our running back into. So here's a double. Yeah, and we still got shedded. 4 against 7, we still couldn't get it off. You gotta get out. You gotta get out of the pocket. Gotta get out the pocket. All right, one more time. I'm sorry. Corner, triangle, triangle, L1, deep, and then now we're gonna scramble out the pocket. I don't know. We kind of got back to that. I don't know. Anyways. Just do the other one that I showed you earlier. Corner out tight end post pattern with a custom stem a little deeper. So other than this, right? Spacing for like short yardage, drags, inside cross, PA verticals. We talked about. Let's talk about PA verticals. Let's do that again. Let's do the PA verticals, okay? PA verticals, streak the tight end to clear out that vertical. Always a good idea. Like we talked about trips tight end. Here we go. We now have a one play touchdown against cover 3 as long as I figure out there. Now we have a one play touchdown to law. Okay. I think an underrated route also, we talked about tight end slants. We can go tight end post too. Tight end post, which is basically a deeper slant. I actually prefer a tight end slant route stemmed. Oh, I can't stem it, can I? I don't like the break on the post pattern nearly as much as the slant. So anyways, tight end, crosser, gets to a nice spot in the field after those clear outs. So don't forget about the tight end crosser out of this. Otherwise, like mesh concepts are always great. Let's do something like this. Zig routes against man coverage. Something like this is always solid for the high-low against the user. If you want your drags, the problem is this: if they call hard flats and they use the in route, you're basically dead to right. So I kind of want more sideline attack. Like I like when I'm setting up a play, I like one streak on the play every time, right? To back off coverage. I like one to attack a deep sideline, sometimes 2 deep sidelines, and then I like at least 1 check down. So if every single play that you freestyle just follows that rule, streak at least 1 attacking a deep sideline and at least 1 short, you're doing good, okay? You're doing great. Another thing, comeback routes, are they coming back, bro? Now, this didn't do so well, but you gotta extract that. But against, like, deep thirds with a zone, let's try this again. Don't forget about comebacks, like Kim Kardashians. So let's try this. Let's try this concept. Oh, I'd hit. Yeah, I'd have hit the check down there and racked it for 10 yards because he's playing so far back. So I like comebacks to be an option. Comebacks are really good against man coverage or match. You'll see a little bit more match in this game, although I don't love match because it goes somewhere, but like, look at this spacing, right? Like, ideally, maybe this guy's on more of a sharper cut post. But now I got 1 guy in the middle. I got 2 guys short. Which means, like, if they don't have hard flats, they're dead. Which they don't really have. They don't have a hard flat over there, so that means that guy's open. And if they had a hard flat over there, then this guy's open. So, that's kind of the concept I'm trying to, like, teach you guys different ways of doing it. On how to win in this game. And how to freestyle open players. Always have a check down. Always have something that clears out and attacks portions of the field with it. Crossers, posts, love them always. Pass blocking. Slide towards a blitz. L1. Full slide, half slide. If you just hold L1 down, you see your blocking assignments. You can half slide, full slide, half slide right. And that means you're sliding that way. You're running. When you slide, your running back goes the opposite way. I don't know what else you need to do. Half slide left. Full slide right. Full slide left. Hold it down. I don't know what empty means. Empty means your running back's gone. Base means your running back is here to block. Empty means your running back's gone, and they just default him on a swing, it looks like. So, double teams are very important for getting outside the pocket. If you do have scrambling type stuff, you can double team and cut with your running back to get outside the pocket. Really depends on how they blitz. That's a whole video in itself. I think that's what I want to... ID the mic's important. Say if you full slide right and you really want to make sure to pick up a guy left, you'd ID the mic there. Sorry, I forgot to hit the button, but you ID the mic over the guy on the left. Like if they're like blitzing from the edges, say they're doing a double blitz. So you full slide left, full slide or half side left, and then L1 ID the mic, and then you move who the mic's on, who you expect like the other edge rusher to be. So like this was play action. I took the play action off. So full slide left. Oh, my tight end blocked him. I was gonna get him with my running back, but anyways, you get my drift, right? Full sliding and ID the mic on the right. All right, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. All right, so full slide left, ID the mic. This guy. Let's look at our assignments. So the running back's on him. Now watch what happens here. I could double team the right D tackle too, but let's watch this. And that didn't work because the tight end got him. The tight end chipped him. Awful. Awful, Fox. It's tough because this is play action blocking. All right. Double team you. ID you. All right. Let's see how this plays out. There it is. Now I got cut. Double teaming the defensive tackle, IDing the outside guy, having the running back in. And we're able to roll the pocket very easy that way. That's it for the video. Again, become a member for more ebooks if you like this. There'll be a bunch more coming out throughout the year. Offense, defense. I haven't quite found great defense yet. I'm kind of settling into some stuff. I'm 3-3 and stuff, but again, it'll be out there for members and stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.